Hello, hola, bonjour, hey, hey, y'all, pura vida. My name is Merc. Welcome back to the Narc Alert. Also, I'm going to put the Rio cam on real quick because it's so cute. And you know he's going to move. So look at the little. He's in his little house. How cute is that? But you know he's probably going to move in a second. We like the shirt. Do we like the shirt? It's new. I bought it today. Of course, I will tell you it was on sale. It was $14.99 because Merc's cheap. It's a boy's shirt though, so Val wants it. It doesn't fit right. The bottom button I can't do up because men don't have hips apparently. So it's a little tight, but you know it's all right. I like the colors. I feel like we were discussing it earlier. Serving, I felt it was serving Dad in a Winnebago on a family vacation. Someone else thought it was serving Tony Soprano in a diner. Hardly Dan, almost a year, 11 months. Thank you, Dan, for hanging around so darn long. If you aren't a boy, it's a girl's shirt. Yeah, but they do button up differently, right? Like there is a certain... Let's not get into gender politics over a shirt. Too fucking old. I will say we won't chat too long because I know Amber just uploaded and there's probably a bunch of people that just really want to see the reaction. So we'll chat a little bit, then we'll do the reaction, then we'll do more stuff afterwards. If we have time, I have a little weird wormhole that I would like to go down, and if we don't do it today, we'll do it Wednesday. So, hey, Bailey, member for 1 month, made it. SC, before I forget, is having Discord issues. SC, email me, or if you're in Discord, if you can DM me or one of the mods, usually an invitation link will sort you out. I don't know what's gone on with our integration, and I'm kind of stymied because I don't know how to fix it without kind of deleting it and reinstalling it, and then that's chaotic. And as much as I do like the little chaos, it's a little too much chaos. So I'm going to try and sort it out. But for now, it seems to work if we send you an invitation, and then we can give you a role once you get in. Thank you, Ella, for dropping that link. Because the mods, they're great. You know, I couldn't live without them. But, you know, the old broad knows more about running the Discord. Because when you have to learn. Oh, Talio, is that why? Talio, I've always wondered that. It's very interesting. Thank you for the information. Talio says the buttons on women's shirts are opposite. Are they opposite? Or are they the right way and the men's are opposite? Because in the old times, the maid would button their clothes for them. Makes perfect sense. Could the mods button? Could I get a mod to button my clothes for me? I really don't want you to. I don't want you to. I hope everybody's having a good week. Not an expert, Ella, but I'm certainly getting there. I know a whole hell of a lot more than I did a year ago. Snorkel, do it for a raise. Business snork. I probably can't afford the business snork. Snork, did you see? Hey, I was out, of course, with Daddy Tim today. And I walked into a store that... Shut up. Come every Saturday, these idiots. I know we have a few K-pop fans. Stans, even so far as to say stans. And I walked into this store today that was like a K-pop fever dream. It's a brand new store. I've never seen it before. I've never seen anything like it before. It comes from Asia. But I thought some of you guys would really enjoy. And Kai, I'm glad you're here because I shouted you out today in my little... I'm too lazy, of course, to make a vlog. Too lazy to make a vlog right now. But I will show you this little video that I made for you. For you. As soon as I get my headphones. I knew there was something I was forgetting to do today. plug in my headphones. Look at Rio and his little house. He's so cute. So this store is called Octo. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with this store called Octo. But you have to see this. I know, it's because it's dinosaurs, Kai. It makes it... I'll make it big. So this is today, our little walkabout. New store on Yonge Street. We walked in to check it out. Check this out. It's called Octo. And it's all these little machines where you can win these little... It's all claw machines. Stuffed animals. Oh, it's over here now. I'm guessing all you K-pop stands. It's a whole claw machine game. You guys would love it, I'm sure. Oh my god. Kai, look.
There's another one.
This thing was like the size of me.
Sorry, thank you.
The store was huge. Not my thing, but I thought a lot of you guys would really get a kick out of it, so I had to share it.
The big ones.
I mean,
God, it never ends, this place. It just goes and goes.
well, you see Uncle Tim
Say
spotting,
hi, Uncle Tim.
ignoring me. He always
He
does.
looks so impressed. Look excited. Look excited. Look, Tim's excited. There, thank you.
Snork,
Oh, now
hang
there's little
on.
ones.
Hang on, Snork. I didn't know what that was, but I thought it must be important because it was big. So I thought you'd want to see it.
This place is huge.
Well, each one has a difficulty level.
Oh, yeah?
There's the difficulty.
Alex, yeah, I tried not to film anybody.
We're going to have to try and play one of these, I think.
We didn't. I didn't see any that I really
Interesting.
wanted. But oh geez, oh geez, oh geez, oh geez. Little docs. Jeez. Idiot. I know, I dox myself too. I'm definitely gonna have to cut that out and we're gonna lose the chat. So enjoy the chat now because it'll be gone after the upload.
It's a snork.
It's a snork.
It's a snork.
I found the snork.
Who's cute?
Oh, don't. So we saw that today, and I thought you guys would enjoy that. Snork, I posted that in the Discord too, that you were away, doing business things, I'm sure. The man is sitting right here. Can I move this down a little bit? Oh, look who's here. Let's move that. Why don't I move? Hang on, let me move over. And Tastes Like Mold was first. Really late. Really delayed reaction, but Tastes Like Mold was first. I talked to CS. What else did I want to say? Oh, not much. So Amber uploaded just a couple of hours ago, and I'm sure there's people that are just chomping at the bit to get at this one because it was interesting. You're confused, Garlic Breath? To be honest, I kind of was too. Yes? I know you're right there, darling. He's very tappy. He's a very tappy man. I don't know. I feel like it was brand new. Ludi says, I see I answer you guys without reading out what I'm answering, so you haven't got a clue. Ludi Pop said, fascinating. I wonder if we will get them in Montreal. Feels like gambling. No, it's just a claw game. It feels like a brand new store, though. I feel like it was a K-pop fan's fever dream in there. It was a lot. I would have played it if I could have found a little cat or a little sloth or something, but I didn't. I guess when Snork comes in August, we'll have to go and see if there's a little... Yes, I'm busy, darling. We'll have to go and see if there's a little machine that has Snorks in them. It's not that K-pop enough. But it's Toronto, Val. All the clerks were adorable. They all looked like K-pop band members. Adorable. Snork needs a Snork. Yay, a stream where we see Amberlynn try a soda for the 100th time. Yeah, listen. Jack, that's kind of why I titled it what I did. Amberlynn tries soda. Have I ever bleached my hair the exact same way, but it doesn't lighten correctly? Not really. I've had toners that seem to tone differently. Don't remind me. Look at my roots. I need to maybe do a little... It grows fast, right? I feel like I just did it not that long ago. Remember when I did it pink? That's when I bleached it last time. Feels like just a minute ago. Oh, look, he's gone back into his little thing. He's so cute. I don't know what he's doing in there. It doesn't look comfortable. Not another hair streamer. No, I wouldn't bore my chat with 40 minutes of tell me how good my hair looks. I'm not that kind of streamer, Snork. Why don't we just get right into Amberlynn, because why not? It is a cat tree. It's a cat tree and a ring light beside it. This and a heating pad, because he's not spoiled at all. Snork. Chaos Snork activated. Because Snork knows I'll bite. I don't mean bite like viciously, not like Alyssa. I mean, like, take the bait. Sometimes. A heating pad as well. I know. He's got a heating pad. It's on the couch. I mean, Boyd, I was bitten a lot today. Rio was on a thing. I got all these little... I literally have... I don't know if you won't be able to see them on camera. I got all these little red dots. I got to stop saying that because... What's her name? What's her name? Paige. Paige is going to be afraid to meet Rio because she doesn't like cats because they bite. But Rio doesn't bite. Much like a caiman, Rio doesn't really bite. So I don't know why she's so worried about the whole sitch. Obscure Stature says, how are you feeling, Merc? I'm glad to catch you live. Well, I'm glad you're here too, and I'm feeling pretty good. Hey, Bob, nice to see you. Bob's been around. Bob and I were chatting a little bit in the DMs. I feel like feels like it wasn't that long ago, but maybe it was. I don't know. I've got no sense of time right now. But I am feeling much better. I'm getting my life back in order. And one thing I'll say before we get to the reaction is I think I've decided on a bit of a schedule. Let's see how this works for now, because I'm going to go visit Joan Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. So I think I'm going to be uploading on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. That's the schedule for right now. Let's see how that works. I have high hopes. I have so much more time now. It's amazing. A Scorpio with all the time on her hands. This couldn't end well. Or it might. Where is Joan? Joan is in long-term care. Not far from me. I've been taking Ubers to go visit her because I've been carrying stuff up, like pictures and stuff for her room and whatnot. And then I walk home. It's like a 25, 30-minute walk. So it's nice downtown. Tank Girl says, I'm married to a Scorpio. That's a dangerous prospect. Tank Girl, triple Scorpio. No, I'm good. I have handlers. Merc can walk. Yeah, I can walk. I like to walk. So is yours? Awesome. You're so lucky. All right. I want to talk a little bit about Angels of the Amazon, but we'll do that afterwards because it's May. So Dolly is now back in the States, I believe, from Peru. So I want to start doing stuff with that. Alex wants proof. He saw me. I was walking around that store. I was just walking around that store. But you know who wasn't walking around? Was this girl. This girl right here. Can't even see Rio. Why do I always have to fidget around with this screen every time? I always want to make it just a little bigger. And I can move over here. Big? Calling me big? Listen, she's upset because she looks so schleppy and she's always so pulled together. I'm reading the chat. Tank Girl. I remember that was a big deal when I was in college. Tank Girl. It was a big, maybe that's when it first started. I don't know. So anyway, Amberlynn released a fantastic video. This is now down. A fantastic video today. It's entitled Bashing My Parents, starting a new weight loss series. And a Dr. Pepper taste test. Oh my God. You guys. She's going to taste soda pop for us. That's interesting, isn't it? It's groundbreaking content. Really, let's go.
My makeup done.
That's from where I took the little thumbnail. Let's go from the beginning, eh? Do you want subtitles? Is that better for you, subtitles? Shower cosplay. That's funny. Who said that? So, yeah, 14 minutes and 21 seconds bashing my parents, starting a new weight loss series in a Dr. Pepper.
Hello, hello. Welcome to a new vlog. I don't know why my pillows are literally just thrown everywhere on my couch. This is how it is for today, so do not mind that. So I do want to start off this vlog by answering a question that's been floating around, which
She looks like she just woke up, right? To me, she looks like she just woke up off she probably was sleeping on the couch, right? Like her hair looks kind of like she just woke up. Not like my hair looks any better, but believe me, I didn't just wake up. I'm just a mess. Like it looks like yesterday's makeup, right? Because she's got some makeup on, but it's not really the makeup. So it's like yesterday's makeup because she doesn't wash.
understand, so I do want to answer it. And I just realized I forgot to put on earrings today, so I need to do that.
Do you need to put on earrings to sit around the house? Is it something you need to do? I don't know.
On some hoops as per usual. But so people are asking, like, why did I decide to talk about my mom's record? Because this has been a rumor that's been floating around for a while. It's because the topic reached my mom. It finally reached her. And it never reached her until recently.
Fair
until
enough.
She was on my video for like less than a second. So I think maybe a year ago she might have heard about.
I love how she loves to put in that little qualifier because as if the length of time that her mother was on the video made it so. nobody had any right to talk about her because she was only on there for a second. But she doesn't say that. She just infers it, but she makes sure she says it every time. Just, my mother was on my video, but it was just showing her face for half a quick second. And yeah, the reason Amber is, that's valid. If it did reach your mom, it's valid. But 3 videos about it? I don't know.
About it in passing. It didn't mean much to her because she thought it was just like a rumor. Rumors are formed all the time. But since now, you hear her voice on my video, you saw her face, it started to reach her a little bit more. And not only that, but like we physically finally saw the record and none of it was adding up for us because at first we thought it was literally just a rumor. And then eventually it became, okay, it must be a different person with her name.
See, that's where she made her mistake, right? I'm sure they were sitting there going, I don't know why they're saying this. It's not true. And even her mom would probably be going, where the hell did they get that from? That's insane. That's not true. I never did that. Right? Wouldn't you be sitting at home saying that? I would. But she just won't shut up about it. Bacon, I wonder that too. Six Bacon says, I believe this has caused issues with her and Mama Lynn. Our girl hasn't been out of the house since. She was a little bit in this one though, but I kind of wonder, I wonder maybe if it's not even with Mama Lynn, but maybe Grandma Lynn. Maybe Grandma Lynn, who doesn't seem to take as much shit.
Because that does happen.
Again, we're completely speculating. We don't know anything that goes on.
It has happened before. People have similar names. Like I told you guys.
Again, this is what I'm going to say. This is where she went wrong, was the fucking lie about that somebody with a different name. You didn't know that. You made that leap of assumption. And then you said it publicly like it was fact. And that's why the waters get muddied. Because no, the thing about the service dog wasn't a lie, but this was a lie. So it just makes it also very confusing for the people in your audience who lack any fucking nuance. You got to put the dots real close together for some of the crowd here. Not these guys, because these ones are the best. You guys are the best ones. But the other people, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's where she went off the rails here.
About the story when I lived in Tucson, Arizona. I got a ride from a cop and then he looked up my name on his little thingy and then he was like, you have a warrant out for your arrest or something like that. And I'm like, no. But then he found out my birthday. And
yeah, this story is probably true. This story is not that story. That doesn't mean because it happened once that that's what happens every time.
Realize that is not the right Amber Reed. So
this is why I always say don't talk about things unless you have concrete evidence. Otherwise, it's speculation and you're making stuff up, which is what she's doing here. I get the motivation. The motivation was we know in our hearts, and she knows she never did this. It's not true. But then don't make up something.
Just people share similar names. It happens. So that's why I came on here. It finally just reached my mom more, and she's more a part of my life now. And we just had to make it very clear that that did not happen. I know some people are still really confused. Well,
did we need to make it very clear? How come this is kind of disgusting, right? She said, I know this isn't new. This has been on the internet for a long time, right? We know this isn't new. This rumor about the dog isn't new. I heard this ages ago. And quite frankly, I don't spend any of my time digging into the tea. I don't care that much, despite what everybody seems to think. But yeah, it was common knowledge about a year ago. So it wasn't real important to you to correct everybody's thinking about this a year ago. But maybe, like Bacon said, maybe Mama got pissed off and said, you better make this right with that 200,000 people you have in your audience. Because we all knew a year ago, Snorks is way beyond a year ago. It wasn't real important to her to correct the record then.
To make it really short, there is a YouTube channel, which I recently found out. Her name is Sam. Called the court place. The court place said, actually, no, this is an error. So my mom's court papers or records or whatever it's called is now fixed because of this person, Sam. So it's like, wow, thank you. Like we do owe you a lot of like gratitude for that, because my mom never knew that this was truly on her record until just recently. So we do say thank you, honestly. I know.
But you knew that was on her record. You knew that was on her record. And you didn't want to do anything about it. Recently found out. Not another sock puppet says, recently found out. Stop lying. You know who Sam is, Amber. She's been reacting to you for like 8 years. Bacon says, how the hell did a clerk know it was incorrect? It's kind of, there's weird stuff going on there, right? Like, so a reaction channel phones the court clerk in Kentucky and says, I want the court record for Christine Reed or Christine Smith or whatever her name is, and whatever other information that you'd have to give. I don't know what you'd have to give a court clerk to get the records. And then who at that point determined the record was wrong? Because the court clerk doesn't have every case that's ever gone through Kentucky in the last 8 years memorized. And the reaction channel wouldn't know. I don't know. It's kind of confusing, isn't it? I mean, I'm glad it's all worked out. It's just weird. Would you not do your own record search? Especially after you've gone through sobriety? Wouldn't you want to clean your shit up? Like, I don't know. I'm speculating. I'm not an addict and I don't have a record. But I would think if I was an addict and I did have a record, once I was sober, I'd want to be cleaning up all the messes of my past. And I'd go, you know what? Maybe I should do a record search and see if there's any outlying charges or anything I might have to deal with that might be stuck on my record. I would want to do that. Trying to be responsible and making amends and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I'm glad it's all worked out for the best. I'm glad there was no dog hurt. I'm glad Amber's mother's name is cleared. I care about the truth, ultimately. So that's good. But it's a weird story. And I'm sick
It was
of
meant
it.
to be.
Amber's milked it for all she can milk it. This has got to be the last video she makes on this topic.
About the drama and about the tea of it all, but it became more like deeper than that, especially for my mom and for me. It's been rough, but that is the only reason why I finally talked about it. And a lot of people are also saying like, you know, you have spent 10 years on YouTube bashing your family. I have never, ever bashed my parents. That is something I want to make very clear.
No,
I
you
have shared part of my story, though. I have shared things that have impacted me that my parents have done, which is a normal thing to do. I have
This is interesting, isn't it? I believe somebody said earlier today that Apathetic Facts put together a 30-minute video of Amberlynn Reed bashing her parents. I haven't watched it, but I've heard that exists. She's definitely bashed her parents. And she's, you know, the information about her father and his friends seems a little TMI to me. I would say that's bashing. But here's the other thing I'm going to say. She has every right to bash her own parents. She has every right. You know? Do you not think she has the right to bash her own parents? And she also has the right to change her mind about them, in my opinion.
never came at it from a disrespectful way. And it's like, I look back now and it's like, even if I did come at it like from a disrespectful way in any regard, like I sort of had it right.
Snark.
I'm not going to lie to you. Like I've been through a lot, but as a 33-year-old woman, I have been able to accept apologies and move on. Do some of these things still impact me to this day? Yes, we have recently seen that. Like the whole thing with like my mom's records, like coming up, like the reaction channel who originally did this is Jordy, and I know he's watching this too. Hello, hello. He also listed off
I never get a hello, hello. How come I never get a hello, hello?
things that happened when I was a child. And that to me triggered me. It brought me back to those memories that I try to avoid at all costs, which is probably a bad thing, but it is what it is. So things from my past still do affect me, obviously.
Sure.
I think that's normal. And I have done a lot of therapy. And even in my most recent successful therapy sessions, like healing from something doesn't mean it's still not going to impact you in some way.
What recent successful therapy sessions were those, Amber? What recent? She hasn't been in therapy in a really long time. Oh, bye, Otis. Take care, sweetie. She hasn't been in therapy in a really long time. And was any of it successful? She's crazy.
Way. Like, you're a human, you have emotions, you have a heart, you have feelings, you have memories. Like, your body keeps a score, your body's going to remember, and so are your emotions and feelings. Sorry, I'm literally just rambling, but I just want to make it very clear. I've never...
Stop preaching because you read one damn book. Stop. Shut your mouth and go to therapy. Do not stop at go directly to therapy.
bash
Lord.
my family. That's not something I would ever do. I would never bash my parents, like, ever. I have always unconditionally loved them and always accepted their apologies and their remorse for the things that they've done. I have also seen a lot of people say things like, Amber has revealed everything about, her mom's records or everything about her childhood. No, that's something that...
Nobody said you've revealed everything. I don't believe anybody said that. Hey, Ingeborg, thank you for the super chat. Ingeborg says, LOL, at Amber reading a book. Or I meant listening.
But I very briefly gloss over. And
nobody said everything. Nobody ever said everything. But you have talked about your mom's record. There's a video of you talking about how she got 5 years. You've talked about all this shit. And you know what? Like I said, it's okay. I believe she is completely entitled to talk about it. It is, like she said before, and I hate to admit it, it is her story. Just like I talk about Joan, that's my story. I'm allowed to talk about it. And she's allowed to change her mind about her parents if she feels they've done better and she's accepted their apologies or whatever it looks like for her. She's entitled to change her mind about them, because we all are entitled to do that. But the problem is, Amber, you did bash them and you've said terrible things about them, and that's okay. But you have to own that. Because I think your mother should get the chance to also forgive you for the things that you've done to her subsequent of her getting sober, because all the shit that you've done has kind of been since she got sober. Most of your YouTube channel has taken place since your mother was sober. So all the shit talking you've done was after her sobriety. So maybe she should have to forgive you for stuff too.
I have never really gone into detail the things that I've gone through as a child, the things I've gone through like in foster care or before foster care or afterwards. I've also never gone into super detail about why my parents went to prison or why my brother went to prison or any of that. But they are things that I have just glossed over. The subject of my past and the things that I have been through is very heavy.
I find the whole thing here, Marigold says, I saw Reaction Channel recently shit on her for not sending money to her parents. And it's like, what? Anybody who's been in that situation like her, that money is not going to help them. Your relationship with your parents is deeply personal. And nobody can comment on it because nobody's lived it. Nobody's walked in your shoes. It doesn't even matter how much of it she's shown. She hasn't shown everything. We don't know everything. You don't know everything about my relationship with my mother. I don't know anything about your relationship with yours. So I find it really inappropriate for people to pass judgment. you know, you can have your opinion on what you've seen presented to you. We're human. We form opinions on things that we see. But the judgment, I can't do that. You don't know. You don't have a clue what anybody's journey's like.
And I just, it has been so requested. Amberlynn, talk about that time of your life. Talk about foster care, because there are people watching you that you could help. And I always think about that. But ultimately, doing so, I think, will only cause problems for me. And
Alex, you know what? I was thinking that too. Alex says, guys, I know why she's saying she never bashed them. She doesn't know the meaning of the word. I know you're trying to be funny, but I bet you she would talk about narcissists, the ones that I know. Shades of meaning on words are real important, right? So, well, I didn't mean bash that way. I meant it this way. Like, you know, like it's, she won't see it as bashing. She will define what she did differently. So then she's not guilty of bashing, even though the actual action is the same thing, in my opinion.
beginning to see that more and more. And it's just crazy because I honestly haven't really shared much. Like, I have shared very small bits, and a lot of people are like, you've shared everything. Oh boy, not even close. Like, it's scary how not even close. Like, I have just said things like in passing, and I don't know. I don't know. This whole thing has just been heavy, and I kind of just want to like move past it, like really truly move past
Then stop
it.
talking.
But again, thank you to Sam, because if it wasn't for you, my mom would have never known, and that has now.
Yeah, words have meaning. It's interesting. Words have meaning. That's what I keep telling her. Like when she said on her Instagram story that the narc alert, after the narc alert doxed me, she didn't say anything about the webpage or the seminar. She said quite simply, the narc alert doxed me. And I was like, yeah, no, that didn't happen. And Amber, words have meanings. Be careful.
Officially been fixed. So we do appreciate that.
Look, this is a daily thing. He loves being brushed. Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's brushed daily, but
And since it's
maybe.
starting to get hotter, I make sure.
Please pause at 6:27. I want your input on Wasabi's cherry eye. Yeah, I heard you guys, saw you guys
Sure to
talking
brush
about
him
that.
every
I don't know,
single
because
day,
sometimes Rio has that funny
he
thing.
is
In
shedding.
And then we cuddle.
And then we
is here, right?
single day, because he is
I don't know.
shedding.
I don't know. I think we like to make mountains out of molehills. I mean, cats get that, right? I'm rubbing my eye like I have that. Like Rio might have that right now. I bet I could find a picture of Rio has that. It does look kind of big, but I don't think it's that concerning, to be honest, guys. He's so cute, though, isn't he? He's a snuggler. Wasabi's a snuggler bun. I've never seen it called cherry eye, but I assume they mean that corner of the eye thing that happens. I don't know. I've had cats that get that and it goes away, and I've never really thought too much about it. It didn't seem to bother them, but maybe I'm wrong.
And then we cuddle.
See how he's got like the brown in the corner of his eyes? It could also just be some schmuggy stuff that she didn't wipe out of his eye. Could be just gunk. He hasn't been casual on camera for a decade, and now all of a sudden he lets her hold him, Bacon says. He looks pretty darn cozy, I gotta say.
And then we cuddle for a long, long time.
He looks cozy.
We cuddle for.
But here, you know what I loved about this? The part that I noticed about this segment with the cat, aside from the cat looks super cozy and comfy, and that's good to see. But she just eye fucks herself and duck lips into the camera the whole time she's holding the cat. Watch this.
And then we cuddle for a
It's like the
long,
old
long
days.
time. We cuddle for a long, long time.
He'll fall asleep like this.
She looks at him, but she's also still looking at herself.
Hello, good morning. I am mid makeup. I only have foundation and I did my eyebrows just a little bit, but I just wanted to say hello. This is my way of coming out of my comfort zone right now because I know I look like an actual freak. I look like a
I hate to quote Zachary Michael, but you look the way you always do. How many times does she... Half of her content is her putting on the camera and we're watching her put on her makeup. Like, we've seen hundreds of hours of her without makeup on. Why is she acting brand new? Like this is a whole real break in her routine. Girl, you're not Kim Kardashian. It's weird, right?
A freak. I used to come on here all the time without makeup on and looking just...
Enough love to the freaks in the crowd. I don't think you should be insulting the freaks like that. Leave the freaks out of this. She used to say, I look like an actual crazy. And she knows she can't say that anymore because she got in shit for that. Can't you just say, I look bad? I look horrible. I don't look myself. I look unkempt. I look dirty. I look shameful. There's so many other words. Leave the freaks out of it. And you're not a freak, Amber. You're so not a freak.
You know, however I wanted to look. Rise and shine right out of bed. But I don't know. I haven't been doing that lately. I want to say like 96, 97% of the time I am, you know, my hair is done. I have my makeup done. But even in the beginning of this vlog, I noticed I wasn't even looking fully the girl.
96 to 97% of the time. How she gets... She's very specific about how much of the time she spent. Generally, she looks snappy and put together. This girl, she's like a gadfly girl about town. She's always looking smart and put together. 96 to 97% of the time.
Greatest, but I am who I am. So hi, welcome to a new day. It is the next day from yesterday. I'm gonna finish my makeup. I'm gonna get dressed.
Her hair is dry. Why does she have a towel on her head? That hair isn't wet.
I'm going to
Girl,
let my hair dry a little bit more.
sock puppet girl about town. I think Mary Tyler Moore, like Amber skipping across the intersection, flipping her hat up in the air.
I have packages in the package room from Amazon. So it is time for our Amazon haul, but I did get this in the mail the other day, and it is from Amazon. I just didn't show it. It's a food journal, which I originally got it from my mom. I got her a purple one because she's counting calories, and she doesn't really use like the apps to count calories or anything like that. So she wanted specifically a food journal to do that. But without her knowing, I surprised her and I got her one. I got her this exact one in purple. And when I got it, I like opened.
I'm sorry. Can you imagine a friend, a daughter, a relative, someone close to you that weighs 500 pounds buying you things to help you on your weight loss journey? They're not doing anything. Is that not weird? Isn't that kind of weird? Isn't that like an alcoholic driving you to an AA meeting? Like it's something weird, like it's insulting, right? Yeah, Fleur says, I'd feel insulted. It's weird, right? And I've been telling, since I started reacting, I've been saying, do a damn food journal. I've never done anything more enlightening in my life than a food journal. Willow Rogers is 1 whole year together forever. It's a peer thing, like you were saying. It's so weird.
It and I was like,
yeah, like the parental peer thing. It's weird.
Oh, okay, girl, I kind of like this. So I actually got one for myself. You can count your calories, your fat. There's an energy meter, activity meter.
You know, that's been the problem all along, is she doesn't have a way to track stuff. Guys, she's had no way to keep track of things. That's why she's been not successful. If only there was a way to track the progress. Aaliyah, 2 damn years. Wow, Aaliyah, thank you. Aaliyah, didn't we do a little... Don't you have an Etsy shop and we did a little video about your stuff? Was that you? I think that was Aaliyah. I could be wrong. I forget. Happy 2 years anyway.
Place to put your weight every day. breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, cardio that you did. I weighed myself.
Right.
I've gained a couple pounds, definitely from like emotional eating. It has happened. I've just been going through like a little rough
So you're using your mother's trauma to eat more? Okay. All right.
patch, but we're getting through it. And I think I'm thinking about doing another like weight loss series. So I don't really know. It's something I'm definitely thinking about doing. And if I do,
She gets all excited because she's calling it a series. What the fuck is different? What's any different? Because you're going to put a finite number? Because there's only going to be 8 episodes of the series instead of 8 vlogs? What's the damn difference? Marigold, 13 months. Holy cow, all long time crowd. Her mom needs a jar of hearts and goddess bucks, quite frankly. Maybe some goddess bucks would help. Another series. She gets all excited. This is going to be a series, you guys. Series.
do it, it will be happening soon.
Series.
And
It's gonna have a
it'll
title and
probably
everything.
involve this little fella here. I haven't used it yet, but my mom has used hers and she loves it. So definitely.
It's going to go the way of the Bujo, which you guys, I'd have to look back because we have all the Instagram stories stored on the Discord in a thread. But there was one where she said, somebody asked her about the Bujo, like in the last month or so. And she said, she filled up the entire thing. She did it for a year, but didn't want to do it again for another year. She didn't do that Bujo for a damn year. Aaliyah, thank you for gifting 5 members. That's so generous. Thank you very much. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. I wanted to do this. Nothing, not to insult you, Neon. I have a doxing Bujo, Mr. Snork. Member for 16 months, says. Listen, I just doxed myself, okay? Heather, thank you for the super chat. First super chat on a live stream for Heather. Woo woo. Alex, have a good time. Have a good time sleeping. Knock yourself out. Listen, party.
Recommend. So the haul for today, I have this package and then I have a box. So I just wanted a deck of playing cards because I don't have any. So I got these ones, which are actually super cute. I do like to play like solitaire. There's also this game called Clock. I don't know. It is like a 1-person player game where I learned it when I was in an all-girls group home.
She needs cards to play cards by herself. That's kind of sad, isn't it? I mean, nothing wrong with playing solitaire. We all play games alone to pass the time. We all do that. But wouldn't you just play solitaire online? I don't know, most people just play. Isn't like solitaire? Wasn't solitaire one of the very first games to ever show up on a PC? Like, wasn't it on your? My first computer was a 386, and then they had 486s, and then they went to, I don't know, a long time ago. She's got the outhouse dresses back though.
I loved it so much. I was actually taught by one of the staff members because I couldn't fall asleep at night, and you weren't allowed to like do anything about that. Like, it's more so like, too bad, like lights are out, close your eyes. But this staff.
Any parents in the crowd? What do you do with young fidgety people at night? Do you not just tell them, shut up, go to bed, it's bedtime, go to sleep, lights are out, nighttime? Or do you get up and play cards with them? Like, she says that like it's really insulting. I don't think it's that bad that people tell you to just be quiet and go to sleep. Isn't that warm milk, somebody said? Kaza, well, probably the worker like held up a little cover and they sat under there with flashlights. And Tank Girl says, parent here, no, you don't play cards to get a kid to sleep. Don't you just tell them to go to bed? I don't know. I mean, Joan was a really strict parent, obviously. She's, got those tendencies. But as an adult now, I look back and I go, you know what? I did not suffer from her overly strict parenting. So I lean towards overly strict, I gotta say. And I would be like, shut up, turn out the light and go to bed. You have to get up in the morning.
Staff member kind of.
Yeah, let them read, Jess. I know I always read at night. And I remember sometimes maybe mom come and go, okay, it's getting really late. You got to quit reading, turn out the light and go to bed. It wasn't like a prison camp or anything, but there was rules about nighttime and bedtime. Thank you, Heather, for the super chat. Heather says she'll only play that once and be too lazy to shuffle the cards. Well, I also love that she has to get a super cute deck. Like, I would just don't get a normal deck of cards.
Went outside of the rules, if you will. And she was like, I understand. And then she gave me a deck of cards the next night. And I played maybe like 2 rounds of clock. And it kind of just like calmed me a little bit. And I was able to fall asleep. I don't know. It was just like a cute little thing. But when I'm watching like shows,
Story sounds so
like right
made
now
up.
I'm really into like American Idol, Grey's Anatomy, Mama June, Jersey Shore, The Connors. But when I'm watching like TV.
Is she watching TV in the night? I just got a notice that says we're having trouble streaming to YouTube. Is there a problem? I'm getting a funny notification here. It's fine. It cut out. It says here, we're having trouble streaming to YouTube. This may be an issue on YouTube's end. We'll keep trying and let you know if it's resolved. Please check YouTube to ensure the stream looks okay. If this continues for a while, try creating a new live stream or just remove. Oh, now it says I'm live. I don't know what that was about. Thanks, YouTube. Okay, thanks, guys. I don't know. That was a YouTube-y thing. Shifter says it's been locking up for everyone live streaming. It did say it was a YouTube issue, and it wouldn't say that. I didn't go anywhere. I was just confused. It's peroxide poisoning. It happened.
TV shows like that, or when I'm watching YouTube, I always have to be doing something with my hand, whether it's a Lego or I'm journaling. I do have other like little fidget thingies that I do, but something that I also like doing is playing cards. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get some. Oh my God, these are adorable. So the hearts look like this. The clubs look like this. Here are the spades here. And then the diamonds. But what I really love is like
because they got cherries on them, and I don't have a personality, but my mom likes cherries, so I like cherries now too. Those cards look like toddler cards. Like, I would be embarrassed to pull those cards out to play cards with anybody with those cards. Can you imagine? I mean, they're adorable for children. They like Go Fish cards, right? I mean, they're adorable. I'm not dissing them. They are adorable, but not for adults playing cards. I don't know. I know you're allowed to like whatever you like, but
the back of them. I think they're adorable.
Adorable?
So the next thing I got, so I have a tiny tripod for you guys that I've been using for years, but it's just like this tall. I used to have a taller one, but it wasn't as sturdy. So I did a little bit more research and I found a more sturdy.
10 years. 10 years on YouTube, everybody. She's decided to buy a tripod. She bought like 4 $900 cameras, and she just decided to get a tripod.
One. So, all right. It is a selfie stick tripod all in one.
So she bought a piece of crap. So she brought a consumer piece of crap that's plastic, and it's going to break in a month.
Using it for that. But I
bet you it was cute. I bet you it was really cute, though. But it didn't look like the normal tripods. It was so cute, you guys.
Be able to like make it taller. Because usually I'm
That's
over
what a
here
tripod
stacking
does, Amber.
books and stacking this and that, just to be able to get like a good.
You don't have to explain to us what a fucking tripod does. We're the ones that have been telling you to get a tripod. We know it makes it go up and down. It goes up and down now. Jesus Christ.
Especially when I'm over there in the kitchen because,
So
yeah.
stupid.
So anyways, so it says slide down to take out the remote. I don't really know. Wow, this definitely feels very sturdy, and it does come with a remote.
Really? It
which is
looks
so
like
cool.
a
It's
cheap
like this
piece of
little
plastic
remote.
crap.
Wow.
Oh, it looks cheap, guys.
So far, so good.
I mean,
So y'all are
I'm not saying it won't do the job. It can. I mean, you really shouldn't do much with your tripod. It should just stand there. But that looks like a cheap piece of crap. Like the first time that falls down, it's going to break.
going to go in this part here. I'm trying to figure out. There is instructions, but this is like the feet of it. So I'm trying to figure
It's the
that
feet.
part out.
Open it.
This is actually pretty tall. Wow. All right. So the instructions. First thing is be careful not to pinch your hands when opening or closing.
She's reading the instructions to open the legs on a tripod. She's trolling, right? Come on. She's not reading the instructions for this. Oh, Bob, you're right. Merc is forgetting that nothing exists until Amber discovers it or likes it. We know nothing without her. I forgot. You're right, Bob. When she discovers it, it's for us to discover too.
Closing the tripod. I'll do my best. Pull open the tripod legs out of the bottom pivot point and press down on the tripod to be the desired angle. I still don't get it, but
Pull open the tripod legs. You don't get that.
dirt ditter. Is there like a lock? Oh boy. Because that's not sturdy.
It's not going to slide up on its own, Amber. Gravity.
Instructions.
You put it down. It's not going to slide up on its own. Gravity doesn't work that way.
I love how this can be any length. Like that
Stupid.
is everything.
Okay, you guys are up on the tripod. That was more difficult than I thought it was going to be because the actual tripod got
That was way more difficult than it should have been.
stuck. It was like a whole thing, and then I couldn't figure out how to make it longer and then shorter. I don't know.
She couldn't figure out how to make it longer and shorter. Oh, Amber. You meant Merc. Snork. Snork just called me Amber.
But okay. Now I have a mess.
It's true. Ruby, it's like when she put the mop together. But she did better with the lamp, though. Remember the lamp? There was a lot of edits, though. She might have edited out a lot of lamp content. I love lamp.
And I have cards to play. Oh my god.
Oh, let's see what she got up on her table there today. Look, she's got her Barbie. Look at her display. She's got her 3 perfumes. Some celebrity, probably. Miley, maybe. I don't know. And then she's got her Barbie. Look, this looks like a children's thing. And
I'm about to order some food. I'm craving some salmon, and I don't crave.
Ella says, sorry, Ella. Ella says, Merc, the lamp has a name. Don't be rude. It's Luna. I forgot. She likes to name things while sipping her buzz balls. From her cats to her lamp in the hall.
Currently have any, so I think I'm gonna order some.
I love that song.
Okay, guys, so it's been hours and hours, and I just got home. But while I was out, my friend was like, "You have got to try this new drink. It's Dr.
Oh,
Pepper
Billy.
Coconut."
It's
So I was like,
Billy Eyelash perfume. Sorry, I know I said eyelash on purpose, guys. I know it's Eilish. I'm way too old to know anything about that girl. No, I don't remember these things. Katie says you know this perfume. I don't. I'm telling you, in one eye, out the other. Amber doesn't stick with me much after we turn the camera off.
okay. On my way home, we stopped at a little place. It's called On Q. It's like a gas station type place. It reminds me of 7-Eleven, but like
Oh, good.
better.
Thank God for
Anyways,
food.
and they had it. And not only did they have it, but they also had it in 0. So it's 0 calories.
It's not a nice angle.
I'm also gonna have me a little salami and cheese and dark chocolate covered cranberries. So I like how Dr. Pepper always
Didn't
think
she
of
tell us once that salami was triggering for her? I don't remember what it triggered or why, but I seem to recall that salami was triggering, and I remember thinking, well, that's good because you shouldn't be eating processed meat anyway, because for someone with a heart issue, whether you want to admit it or not, Amber, you have a heart issue. That little heart's working way too hard. Processed meat isn't your friend. And chocolate and pop. Chocolate and pop. Everybody's saying that's a short bottle. That looks like a perfectly pleasant size to me. It kind of reminds me of a stubby Canadian beer. When I was growing up in the Stone Ages, they used to have bottles called stubbies, and then they went to the long-necked ones. So it kind of looks like a stubby beer bottle. Go look it up.
the
Google
ones
it. I dare you.
that like the diet drinks. So it's 0 sugar, Dr. Pepper, creamy coconut. So I figured we could do like a little taste test. I love Dr. Pepper. I love coconut and I love creamy. So I feel like
She loves creamy. She loves coconut. Does she eat that much coconut? I don't see her eat that much coconut. Ludi remembers the old beer bottles, the little stubbies. They're probably collector's items now. Like Red Stripe is a stubby. Yeah, Red Stripe still comes in that size. All Canadian beer bottles were like that.
it could be good. Whoa. Okay. It smells like Dr. Pepper and it smells like creamy coconut, but does it taste that way? Dr. Pepper has never let me down. So let's see. Whoa. That is a strong coconut flavor.
I don't think she likes this.
Like it's overpowering the Dr. Pepper.
She doesn't.
I feel like usually drinks like this where it's like, oh, you kind of taste it, like the little hint of added flavor, and it doesn't even taste like what it says it is. This tastes like a creamy coconut drink with Dr. Pepper, not Dr. Pepper with creamy coconut. Wow, it's actually pretty tasty. Okay, guys, so I'm about to get ready for bed because
Oh wow, it's actually pretty tasty. Puts a cap on real tight. She did, Damien. She sniffed the soda because it's like a fine vintage wine. She wants the bouquet of the sugar-free Dr. Pepper. Does Pop have a bouquet? Not really, right? It's bubbles. Bubbles go up your nose. Carbonation. Yeah, that went down the drain, that thing. She didn't like that.
I am super tired. I am going to end this vlog. I hope that you
Tired?
enjoyed, and I will be back for more videos. Don't you worry. Bye.
There you go. Amberlynn reads later. Papa, be quiet, please. We like you, but there you go. Amberlynn reads latest. Scintillating, fascinating adventure. What is she going to talk about when she has to stop talking about her mom? What are we going to... That's why she's going to do the return to the weight loss series, because she doesn't have any other content. Right? I wonder what she's going to call it. I wonder if there's going to be an opening. So many things to wonder. Oh, well, I wonder. Oh. All right. There's Amberlynn. Now, you know what? It's only 7 o'clock, and I'm not starving. So if you're into it, there's a different topic that I thought might be fun to cover today as well. And it's in the TikTok genre. But it was a little rabbit hole I fell down about pretty privilege. Some little narky girls that are talking to us about pretty privilege. And I thought it's just as delicious as vintage Amber. But Amber is so darn boring that once we're done the video, I don't know that there's a whole lot to discuss. Right? Do we need to discuss the video that we just saw? Did we not discuss it enough? Bye, Jess. Thanks for hanging out. It's not really pick me girl vibes, Snork. There's this one in particular. Now, I'm going to be honest. I didn't have enough time to explore as deeply as I would have liked to. So we're going to be discovering some of this together. Normally, I would have liked to have handpicked some certain ones to look at. Also, is the cat gone? Oh no, he's still in there. I'm waiting for an Instacart order. I don't know, because my phone is the camera over there. So just indulge me for a second. And yes, Snork, by the way, this is a very sexy grocery order. Very sexy groceries. Just let me check on the desktop and see if they're shopping it. Snork was mocking me the other day because I was so excited about the grocery order and how sexy it was. It's like, don't you get it? Order was delivered at 6:27. I've got food in the hall. Hang on. Oh my God, you get a grocery haul! You get a grocery haul. Grocery haul. Now, you can see what I mean by sex. Now, I don't think he did any substitutions, so I should have got everything I wanted. I'll start with the least sexy items and we'll move up. Okay? So, not unsexy but cozy tea, Tetley tea, because we're right out of tea. And Jess is our Discord barista, but I supply the product, and she's out of tea, so I had to get some tea. Also not quite as sexy, but moving up the ladder, of course, strictly verboten, but I'm living large until the beginning of June. Old-fashioned, oh no, old-fashioned, does that mean kettle chips? Damn it. Mesquite barbecue. Mesquite is what got me. Mesquite is getting sexier, right? We're getting sexier. Damn it, I didn't get the grapes. I didn't get the grapes, you guys. Okay, this is also not very sexy, but organic tomatoes, because we do like tomatoes. Organic blackberries, product of Mexico. Should we do a little taste test? Let's do a little taste. Sweet. I ordered some Muscat grapes, but they were canceled. I got these rosemary savory crisps. I think they're not. Yeah, they're like 1 gram of carb per cracker, so I figured I could get away with that. And did I get... Damn it! Got the wrong cheese. I wanted a different cheese, and they substituted Boursin, which is fine, but it's not nearly as sexy as the one I had picked. So I would say I would give this grocery haul just maybe a 7.5 out of 10. Because it's not the right cheese. I didn't get the grapes. It's the chips say old-fashioned, which scares me. I think that means kettle chips, and I don't like kettle chips. Now I'm disappointed. Rain and Petals Leaves Drop. They brought the wrong cheese, Ingeborg. The blackberries are good though. I'll put them away so I don't eat blackberries the whole stream, and we'll get into this pretty privilege thing. Rio's completely buried in his little cave now. Okay, I got one more. Bob says I made an orgasmic charcuterie board last weekend and I want more, but did you put red hots on it? Was there red hots, Bob? These blackberries are so good. No salami, Celia. I can't eat processed meat. It's not good for the heart. And I do enough bad things. Ludi says, what about Joan's cat? Well, she's doing much better. They now have they can treat diabetes with a thing that you put in their food. It's not even a pill, but it's an oral treatment, so you don't have to give them needles anymore. And so a neighbor has taken her on. So all I got to do now, yeah, I've given notice at the apartment, and they require 60 days notice, but I asked for compassionate release, and they allowed me 30 days. Yeah, she's moved. Joan has gone to her long-term care home. They've allowed me 30 days. So May 31st is the last day in that apartment, which means I got to start cleaning that apartment out, which means I actually have to start cleaning my apartment out because I got to clean out my hall closet so I have room to put her stuff. There's not a lot of stuff, but I know there's going to be stuff that I bring here because I can't bring the only piece of furniture. She's got a huge chair that's too big. I can't bring it to the home. And a couch that I might take and get rid of my couch, but I'll have to see. And I'm going to take her bed and ditch my bed because my bed's 10 years old and her bed's never been slept on. And I've got a mattress topper anyway. So mostly it's just some end tables and stuff. But, I got to clean up all the crap. It's going to be a big... Canada has a cute healthcare system. Yeah, eventually. Mañana en la mañana. Yes, Cinco de Mayo. Sí, Cinco de Mayo. Hoy, Star Wars Day. Mañana es Cinco de Mayo. I had a Cinco de Mayo. Where did she sleep? On the couch. Old people, we had this conversation and many people told me the same thing. Ashley says, I found the link to the moon pic as generic wording. I thought I saw one and it was similar but not the same. How come she doesn't sleep in the bed? I don't know. Old people sleep on the couch sometimes. Like for 10 years, she slept on her couch. And I would go, Mom, go to bed. And she wouldn't go to bed. Sleeping on the couch in front of the TV. I don't even think, like I said before, I don't even think she turned the lights and the TV out at night. I literally think she would just fall asleep and wake up and fall asleep and wake up. Thank you, Snork. I'll answer what I choose to answer. I appreciate your boundary setting, though. Snork is my handler. You have to listen to Snork. When Snork comes to Toronto, I'm going to make her walk across the streets and laugh because she's going to trip on the streetcar tracks. It's a Toronto joke. You don't get it. Leslie says their grandma sleeps in a lazy boy chair. See, a lot of them do it. A lot of them do it. All I know is she got that bed and never slept in. Like, literally, maybe a handful of times. It's a brand new bed. Brand new bed. So I'm getting my hands on that. See, Tank Girl, see. Oi. Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you all. We love Snork. I love my mods. Can't tell you. I mean, hurt the whole community, but my mods are like my family now. Whether they like it or not. Business Snork. Snork has a new job and they're now a business Snork. So yeah, let's talk about pretty privilege. We might be able to cover enough of it with this one video. And if we enjoy it, this looks like a topic that might have a wealth of information that we could dig into, right? So I actually saw somebody on YouTube, somebody I don't even know, some new, not a new channel, but new to me, reaction channel, reacting to this person. And I was like, well, holy cow, doesn't that look interesting? So I found her TikTok, and then she has many, many videos. And I noticed she has many videos where she's responding to somebody that said something. So I'm guessing if I dug into this more, there's probably some good tea in here. I'm going to make, so this girl, her name is Angela Borse. And the description says, Angel Bar Aspiring Master. Aspiring Master. And this video is entitled Megan Kelly. Interesting. The description of this particular specific video. And now, admittedly, this is from October of last year. She could have totally changed by now. She hasn't. It's called Disadvantages of Pretty Privilege. I'm still learning to be a bitch myself. Hashtag pretty privilege. Hashtag power dynamics. Hashtag social hierarchy. Hashtag human nature. Yeah. Oh, we have a TikTok layout. Oh, we got to move Rios in the wrong place. Let me rearrange this layout to make it gooder for us. I want to make it more gooder. Can I do this? Wait. What if I do this? Stupid TikTok is such an awkward size, huh? I'll read them afterwards. I just had to put my camera over them. It's going to switch up in a second. Hang on there. We'll go through the comments after. The video's short, but I'm guessing we may have to pause because it's good. It's a lot. You ready? All right. Here we go. Angela, the floor is all yours. It says on the video, if you can't read it, of course, it says, if you're someone who's pretty or socially deemed as attractive, you've got to learn to be a bitch. No, it doesn't want to play. Should I refresh? Hang on, let me refresh and see what happens.
If you're someone who's pretty or socially deemed attractive, even if you're attractive in the slightest degree, you need to learn how to be a bitch. And let me explain why. If you're wondering, oh, how do I know if I'm pretty? Or how do I know if I'm attractive? I'll answer that by telling you how I know I'm pretty. First way I know.
Sorry, I can't with this layout. It's making me insane. I'm sorry if I'm making you insane. I'm frigging around with it. But I need to make me smaller and her bigger. And it's just driving me crazy. And Rios not doing anything particularly interesting. Okay. Thank you for indulging me. You know how I am.
I know is by how people react when I walk into a room. Like seeing the reaction on their face when they see me, that's how I know. I also have a mirror at home and I have eyes. Like I know what the fuck I see.
So if you want to know if you're pretty, you have to judge how other people react when you walk in a room, and do you have eyes? And you can judge for yourself that you're so pretty. You're so pretty.
I also get compliments from men, women, and I also sometimes get it from children. If you can relate or if you can identify with this, then this is
Children. Just run up to her on the street and tell her she's pretty. That's how she knows she's pretty, you guys.
For you. The first reason why you need to be a bitch is because you are going to be a beacon, a trigger for everybody. Okay, not everybody, but
If you're pretty, you're a trigger for everybody. What about other pretty people? Are you a trigger for the other pretty people, or are they just on the same level as you? This is getting confusing to me.
for most people, the reason for that is you are a physical representation of someone they wish they could be.
Yeah.
Sadly. Think of yourself like a mirror to them. You're going to be constantly reminding them of everything they don't like about themselves, especially.
I know that that's probably what you guys think, right? When you run into somebody that's you might think is really attractive. This is just, my lighting is changing because it's getting dark. I know the first thing you do is you just look at them and you cry inside because they just remind you of all your failings just by simply glancing at their face, right? It's sad walking
Things
around
they
like
don't like
us,
about themselves physically.
ugly
And because
people.
you trigger them, it doesn't matter if you're kind, it doesn't matter if you're a good person.
Doesn't matter.
They are going to find reasons to hate you. This is where you really have to do the work to get to know yourself and know who you are, because they are going to be picking at everything.
The ugly people are going to come for you. The uggos are going to come for you and they're going to pick at everything because you're so pretty. She's so pretty.
For example, your character. Even if you think you're doing right by people, they're going to find something wrong with the things you do. You're going to be held to like a very, very high standard, a standard that they don't even hold upon themselves.
Because you're so pretty.
Mind you. So when you make like minor mistakes or very human mistakes, that just goes over their head.
Yeah.
This is going to feel unfair because it is. And if this was happening to any normal person, what they would want to do is bring it up to them, right? And want to work it out.
Of course.
But if you are someone who is pretty or attractive,
you don't get that.
I do not recommend doing that because you are not a normal person.
No.
What
You're a special person and you're so much better than those ugly people because you're so pretty. It's just different for you. They can't relate with you because you're just too pretty. She's so disgusting.
what I mean by that is you are not a normal person to them.
No.
Bringing that up to them is just going to add fuel for them to further damage your reputation because trust me, they're already damaging your reputation behind your back.
We do.
You're going to need to make...
We do. We sit in Discord and we trash the pretty people. We do. Everything they do, we pick at. Heather, thank you so much for the super chat. Heather says, come back to me in 10 years and after you've had kids. Yeah, exactly. Well, just come back to me when you have a personality. Like, really? You're putting your entire self-worth on your looks? Then you're going to have a problem, I guarantee you, because nobody gets to keep them forever. You're not going to look 21 forever. You can look fantastic at 60, at 70, but you're not going to look like that. And if that's where all your value comes from is your friggin' face, then you're in a lot of trouble. God. I know. You're not normal. You're so pretty.
People uncomfortable with treating you this way. And I'm not saying be violent. I'm not saying you need to shout at them. But I'm saying you need to come off as someone that doesn't take that. When you're...
Listen, don't shout at the uggos. You don't need to be violent to the ugly people. She's advocating for non-violence for the ugly people. You don't need to be violent to the ugly people. You don't even need to shout at the ugly people. You just have to set your boundaries with them. The uggos have got to learn.
You're someone who is pretty. You need to have like a level of bitchiness to you so that people can respect you.
Yes.
So remaining kind and remaining a good person is actually not helping you.
Yeah. Ask people like Audrey Hepburn how that worked out for her. You can't be pretty and kind. Doesn't work. Listen, Snork, don't come at me. Those were not sexy groceries today. They were Midland. They were 7.5. They were nowhere near as sexy as the last time. Disappointed. I didn't get the grapes. And I ordered rondelay cheese, which I don't see very often. And he substituted Boursin. So it's not sexy. It's pedestrian. It's good. Not sexy.
The second reason why you need to be a bitch
It's
is
like the difference between pretty cheese and ugly cheese. I've got the ugly cheese. I'm not going to yell at it. I'm not going to get violent with the Boursin. Just because it's not rondelay and it never will be.
in society, there's always this hierarchy. And when it comes to you, they want to knock you down a few pegs. If you are someone who's humble and looks don't really matter to you, you treat everybody around you as equal and you don't place yourself on a pedestal, you don't have to place yourself on a pedestal. They'll put you there.
We'll do
Even though in their mind, they're the
all the uglies are going to put you on a pedestal because we wish we were like you. You looking at you just makes us feel really bad about ourselves, but we wish we were you.
one that's putting you up on this pedestal. They're still not going to like you for it because they can't help but put you up there.
We can't help
because
it.
this is the way society has conditioned us.
We're very simple-minded and we're very impressionable, just like all the alerts are. We're simple folk.
Because that is the society that we live in. We live in a society where beauty is currency. The more healthy and beautiful you are, the higher up the social hierarchy you are. Even if you tell yourself that you don't want to play into this,
I mean,
and you don't,
that's not entirely untrue. But that's not what she's saying, mostly.
want to participate in that type of negativity, you're going to keep...
Hey, Laser Saint, how'd the wedding go? Laser Saint was, I don't know, DJing or something, doing sound at a wedding? Laser Saint climbed off the wall and went to a wedding. Did you wear your climbing gear?
running into the same problem because it's human nature for people to play these power dynamics. There's nothing you can do to stop
I
it.
can't stop it.
So you might as well learn to protect yourself.
Yeah.
And
The uglies are
this
coming
is
for you.
not to tell you to be a bitch just to be a bitch.
No.
This will actually help you in your social interactions a lot more. You'll find
If you're really pretty, you have to be really bitchy, and that's going to help you in the long run.
that if you have some level of bitchiness to you, your friendships are a lot better too.
Mm-hmm.
People will also treat you better because
when you're a bitch, you have a lot of really good friends. Because people just want to be near you. Because clearly, I guess because if you're a bitch, then really, you're just really pretty. Because that just means you're really pretty. And then people want to be around you because you're just really pretty. Oh my God, you are so pretty.
again, these power dynamics. I could talk about this all day,
I bet you
and there's
could.
actually way more into this subject. It just goes way more deeper.
It's deep.
But I wanted to focus on those main two reasons, and hopefully this helps you out there. Hopefully it stops the confusion for you because it can be hard.
It's
Just
hard.
know
I
that
have been so confused. I didn't realize all those bitches were just pretty. That's so weird. It's not the weirdest. And I don't think she's kidding. I think she's serious. Bailey, thank you for the super chat. Bailey says people like her need to experience pregnancy and get a good old slice of humble pie. I'm losing brain cells. Yeah, the clock's ticking. Nobody's immune from
you can still be
age.
yourself. You can still be the loving, good person that you are. You just have to be picky
A
with it.
bitch.
I hope this helps.
So you can be a loving and good person. You just have to be bitchy to the ugly people because they just don't get it. The Uggs don't get it. The Uggs just don't get it. Well, this would be an okay size. So what do you think there, Angela? She's really pretty, though. Don't you think she's really pretty, you guys? Want to find a couple more and watch? I mean, I just want to keep watching her because, she's so pretty. I'm going to just close this video thing because it's just a little scary to have that open. Oh, she's got a new project called How to Be a Bitch. Should we watch about that? It's a big project. Let's watch part 1 of How to Be a Bitch.
If you are pretty or socially deemed attractive, even if you're attractive in the
Is this the same video that she just said?
slightest degree,
Wait, how do I get this to go to the...
this is for you.
How do I make this big again? What did I do? No, I don't want to do that. I don't know the TikToks. How did I make it large before? Step on moderator Discord. I don't know how to do this. You guys.
I've already explained why you need to be one in order to protect yourself. Now I'm going to teach you how to be one. Just know I'm not going to be able to fit everything in this one video.
She's teaching
This
us
is
here.
part 1, and I'm going to break it down for you. Now,
Here, I'm taking him
get
off.
ready
He's
for
not
class.
doing anything.
Being a bitch does not mean that you're out here being mean to people and spreading hate. No, I am going to teach you how to protect yourself from people that are weaponizing.
She's got her glasses on now, so you know that she's smart. She's smart, Jack. She's smart and she's teaching, so that's why she has glasses on now, okay? Do you have your papers and pens? She's going to teach you how to be a bitch, because nobody knows how to do that.
Your kindness. Let's start. We're going to learn the art of being a bitch, and this is the
Learn.
dummy version because you don't know this.
Dumb.
First things first, you're going to
Because this is the dummy version because you don't know this. I know she's too much, isn't she? We could really dig into her deeper. This is only 2 damn videos.
claim your power back. When you're pretty, you attract all kinds of attention, good attention and bad attention. And there are people who get triggered by you just because of how
Just
you
from
look.
looking at you.
Even if you're nice, kind, or respectful, they are still going to be triggered by you because of how you look.
So sad.
So you may receive treatment that you don't deserve.
It's not your fault that you're so pretty that you trigger people into treating you badly. It's not your fault. You're just so pretty.
So you're going to need to stop feeling that way about yourself. You're going to need to stop feeling like something's wrong with you. Because the longer you feel like something's wrong with you, you nitpick yourself and you're always looking for something wrong with you that you're not able to be yourself anymore. And
You're boring. Your course is boring. I don't want to watch her course. It's boring. But I'm sure let's watch something where she's replying to somebody. Here's a stitch. We like the stitches, right? Let's watch a
Goes out with
stitch.
everybody. It must be her. Yup, bitch, it's me.
I have never met a toxic person who didn't have friends. Every toxic and malicious person I've ever known in my life was never alone. They always had friends or followers. And they also always had family members who would enable their bad behaviors and make excuses for them and even cover up for them. Go listen to that creator. I tagged the video below, but she 100% makes sense. There's this assumption that if you are the one falling out with people, then you must be the problem, right?
So what I'm hearing here is you have no friends, but only toxic people have friends. So you're okay, but it's okay because you're so pretty. She's ridiculous. That's a stitch. She used like 0.5 of a second of that other person's video. Let's go see at the beginning, see where she came from. Where did she start out here? I love myself too much.
I think you're bionic, and I don't
give a fuck if there's 5 months left in the year. I have a deep desire to change my life. So I'm going to finish off strong so I can pop off with my new character within a year. We're doing all the things. I'm talking celery juice, kimchi, rice water, slugging, sunscreen, Pilates, meditation, fasting, gua sha, wood therapy. I want to see how much I can transform myself in the next few months.
you're bionic, and I don't think you're beautiful. I think you're beyond it, and I just want to get behind.
Damn it. I got to edit it anyway. girl. Because it's her fault, because I'm stupid. So, yeah, and then there's a micro needling. I like this one. It says, day one of my haircut, I felt so runt. She's feeling herself here. I chopped off 7 inches the other day. Now I'm like, what's wrong with my face? There's going to be music here. I muted it. Guys, she's so pretty. She didn't even know how pretty she was until she didn't know how pretty she was until she got her hair. Well, there you go. What do you have to say about that? Well, like I said, I didn't do enough digging into her to really get the best ones, but I thought that first one was worth a watch. Anyway, right? But the Pretty Privilege might be an intro. Look at the lighting's good right now. It's dusk out there. So we got the reflection and the lights are showing up. I thought the Pretty Privilege thing might be an interesting rabbit hole to go down. I just circled the top of the hole. I didn't go down it yet. And that was what was at the flotsam at the top. So can you imagine what's down that hole? She's so pretty, Kate. Snark says I hated it more than Amber, but she's so pretty. I think we should look into that for sure. I think Pretty Privilege might be a TikTok wormhole we should go down on the Wednesday Hump Day Live. What do you think? Because, even if Idiot uploads again, it's so boring, guys, really. What the hell? Now that the controversy's out of the way with Amber, controversy, for lack of a better word. I guess I'm going to do this now. What's she going to talk about? Her new weight loss series? Like, can we watch another weight loss series? I don't know. She's so boring, and now she's gaining weight, but she's not weighing in. She's not talking about it. She's on no weight loss plan. She's hinted about going back on Ozempic, but she's not really going back on Ozempic. She bought her mom a weight loss food journal and then thought, oh, it's so cute. I need one too. Like, and mostly, she's not pretty like this girl. It's so pretty. I think I've had it, and I think I need to sort out some supper. Maybe I'll have some cheese. Why didn't I get any supper? Weird. Ella, 15 months. Ella wants me to remind you guys that in the Discord, we have a Eurovision thread, and the Eurovision streams are Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday of next week. I'm assuming during what would be my daytime. What time, Ella? Do you know what time? You can set up events yourself in Discord, right? 9 p.m. So 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 p.m. Ella Standard Time for the Eurovision streams on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday next week. And I think there's a movie. That's fine. Ella can steal my days. It's Eurovision. And I'm more than happy. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. When am I going to visit Joan? When are my days off now? I'm going to visit Joan on Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, which means Tuesday and Thursday are actually my days off. Okay, that's cool. Listen, I love it when you guys stream in Discord. It gives me a little break. And I love hanging out and when someone else is streaming too. And sometimes I don't. Like Miss Tomato Jam does Trash Tuesdays, which people love. And I'm so happy. You won't catch me in there. It's not my thing, but that's fine. That's fine. What the hell note is this I've got? Oh, crab legs. Harper Lee was here earlier and said she was going to dinner to have crab legs. But I thought it said something else here very weird and it didn't make sense. I think on the next live, I will have some more facts about. I want to do maybe a live stream. If not a live stream, at least an interview with Dolly, who is the woman who is in charge of the Angels of the Amazon project, which feeds the children and helps the women of the Amazon with commerce and starting their own businesses. And she's agreed to be interviewed. So I'd like to. I don't know if we'll do it live. If we do it live or not, I don't know. But we'll do a charity stream because I believe they're registered and I think I can use them. And then when you do any super chats, they go directly to Dolly and they don't have to worry about the middleman at all. And we can find out more information about, the upcoming Amazon breakfast with the kids and whatnot. She's back. Paul told me she'd be back in the States in May. So she must have just arrived. She was helping the kids get settled in their new dorm in the big city because some of them are going to school. So that's that. That's that for me and the man who's just been a sleeping lump of goo for the entire stream. Oh, no, he was up here a little bit. Thank you all for joining me for this look at Amberlynn's latest upload and a little peek at the possibility of pretty privilege. It was easy to watch that. You know why? Because she's so pretty, you guys. Kate hasn't eaten in 24 hours. Kate, let's go have a bite to eat. I'm starving too. And it's almost 8 o'clock. So maybe around 8:30, we'll hook up some movie in the Discord. I don't know what yet, but I need time to think and eat, and we'll figure it out. Thank you all for joining me and Rio and whatever else I say at the end of a stream. Saturday, Sunday, I'll see you on Monday, not a live stream, but some kind of video. Thank you for supporting TNA2. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I promise you this week I'm going to have a new video on the second channel. And I'm hoping it might be Jojo Siwa, a narc alert on Jojo Siwa on TNA2. So if you're not already subscribed, go over there and subscribe so you won't miss that video and you'll get all the notifications. Until we meet again, you know the routine. Just be kind. And hasta luego. Bye. Say bye, Rio.